Uh, Hi, I'm here with Takuya Murayama. Konnichiwa, how are you?
Konnichiwa, how are you?
I've just got a question. How different is Japanese football compared to Australian football?
How different?
Yeah.
I said many things, but the main thing is maybe physically different.
Physically?
Yeah.
In Japan, is it more physical or Australia?
Australia more physical.
Australia more physical. How about to get into football, like professionally?
Professional here.
Is it easier in Japan or easier here?
It's hard to say. I think it's pretty much same.
Pretty much the same, yeah. But Australia is much bigger, so yeah. Okay, my next question is, who is the toughest team you've ever faced?
Ever face?
Yeah, the toughest team you've ever versed.
In my career?
Yeah, and in Japan, here, Rockdale, anywhere.
Maybe against Melbourne Victory.
Melbourne Victory?
Yeah.
Like the A-League team?
Yeah, FA Cup when it's Rockdale.
Ah, with Rockdale. What was the score?
It is 3-2.
Did you win?
I know, we lost.
Yeah. Okay, and last question. Oh no, I've got two more. How different is Rockdale's staff to Sutherland's staff?
How different?
Yeah.
How different?
Yeah. There's the Rockdale to the Sutherland. Like the staff, like the coaches, the players, the...
Wow, it's a hard question.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sutherland is more friendly.
More friendly, yeah.
Yeah, more warm atmosphere.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like a lot of nice people.
So do you prefer it in the Sharks?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah? Okay, and how different is the lifestyle here in Japan? Here than it is in Japan? Like the lifestyle, like the way people live, the way people have jobs, and to compare to Australia?
Compared to Japan here, I think lifestyle is much better.
Yeah?
From my point of view.
Yeah.
Because in Japan, people working maybe too much, too long hours. But here, more, a balance between work and private.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Which is good.
And where are you from in Japan?
From Japan, born in Osaka, live in Tokyo.
Ah, born in Osaka, alright. Alright, arigato, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with Nathan Denham, the goalkeeper for Sharks. How are you?
Yeah, good, Christos, yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good man,
Question I've got is, obviously you played for Central Coast, so how different is the goalkeeping, coaching and training compared to the Sharks?
Look, it's interesting. I mean, the Sharks, every year the National Premier Leagues are catching up in terms of professionalism. Obviously, we don't have the full-time coaching staff that they do at the Mariners and in the A-League.
Yeah.
So it differs, in the A-League you're in every day, twice a day sometimes, and you're working, all day, every day. So here it's a little bit different, and that just comes with part-time football.
Okay, and my second question is, I see it on TV, penalties. As a goalkeeper, what are your tricks to saving a penalty or pressuring the penalty taker?
It's interesting. There's all the scare tactics that go with it. You try and put off the attacking player before the penalty, obviously, just some intimidation, things like that. These days, guys practice it so much, it's, they've got their position, they've got where they want to put it pretty much in their mind before they kick. So I've noticed these days, actually, a lot of guys going down the middle makes it very hard for the keeper.
The Panenka.
Yeah, not even the Panenka, but just straight down the middle, they blast it straight down the guts there.
Yeah.
Very hard as a goalkeeper because you want to go one way. If you stay in the middle and it does go to one side, you look silly. So usually you pick away. Unfortunately, these blokes going down the middle, they're a bit cheeky.
Yeah. Also, how do you save shots like really powerful, like let's say 60, 70 miles an hour? How do you save those as a keeper?
It comes with practice. It comes with experience as well. Getting used to the speed of the ball and the movement of the ball at different times. The balls are getting harder to read, they're becoming lighter and as technology progresses, the balls are becoming better for a striker, harder for a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
The ones that are coming, flat out at you, there's a decision to make. Do you try and hold the thing or do you parry it into a safe area? So just comes with experience and practice.
Alright, yep, thanks Nathan.
Good on you, Christos.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks. I'm here with striker Nathan Alassi. Nathan, how are you?
Very well, mate.
Just a few questions for you. You're back at the Sharks after numerous stints with fellow NPL New South Wales clubs and most recently Apia. How does it feel to be back at this club?
It's always a pleasure to come home. I'm from the Shire, so it was a pretty easy decision to head back here. It's a good club, good family club, and hopefully finish my days here.
Alright, thanks. So obviously I'm a Sydney FC fan. I felt what it's like to win an A-League as a fan, but what are the emotions when you win the A-League, when you're winning a trophy as a player? Are they different?
Well, being a part of a successful squad was very. I was sort of wasn't playing a lot, but I was always involved in such a great squad. But the lead up to finals is always exciting, and to win it obviously tops off a great year, and you put in hard work for almost 10 months, and to win it, it's a very special feeling.
Okay. How different is a professional club's expectations like Melbourne Victory, where you played, to a semi-professional club's expectations like the Sharks?
Everyone's expectations are the same. Everyone sets out to win the season at the beginning. It starts in pre-season, but professional environment's a bit different. You're there every day. You're obviously working on things more than you would in a club in the NPL, but the expectation, the goal is always the same.
Yeah. Okay, and last one for you. As a striker myself, what tips do you have for a striker in terms of striking a ball and keeping their composure?
Composure? Well, I was under Archie Thompson for quite a few years there, so he was one of the best going around Australia. So being a striker, I think, most importantly, you've got to be able to use both feet just as well as the other.
Yeah.
And keeping composure in front of goal, that just comes down to practice, perfect practice I should say, and just reiterating every day at training what you're doing, and whatever you do with your right, do with your left.
Yeah. Okay.
And it comes on game day quite easy.
And how would you cope with pressure, and how would you be able to practice that?
Pressure, I think you put a lot of self-pressure on yourself. I think if you put in the hard yards during the week, you're confident, you know what I mean? You believe in yourself, and that's the way I used to deal with a bit of pressure. I used to know I've done all the hard work, so I think come the weekend, I think things would pan out.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Nathan.
Thank you, Christos.
I'm here with Mateus de Silva Santos. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
So I've just got a few questions for you.
Yep.
What do you think is the hardest? What's the hardest part about playing the winger position?
I guess it's just making sure you do your defensive duties as well as your attacking duties. So it can be costly on the body, but if you're fit enough, you can do it.
Okay. What are your tips for basically? Because I play on the wing sometimes.
Yeah.
Basically cutting in and shoot and just like shooting it in.
Yeah.
What are your tips for that?
Personally, that's my bread and butter. I play on the left wing, right-footed. So coming in and having a shot, but you've also got to be able to go, if you have to go down the line, be able to whip one in with your left foot.
Yeah, so using both your feet.
Both feet, that's it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I use.
Yeah.
What's your ultimate football goal?
Ultimate football goal would be maybe play professionally. Not expecting to become some big superstar, but if I could make
A-League squad?
A-League or even overseas, a small career out of it, I'd be happy with that.
Okay, and basically, because this pitch is synthetic,
Yep.
do you do different things because it's synthetic, or do you always do the same things on grass and synthetic?
I just play my game. The only thing I might do a bit more here is maybe prepare myself a little better. I'm just strapping, things like that, just because obviously it's artificial, but other than that, I'll play my game just like I would any other day.
Alright, thanks Mateus.
Thank you for that, Christos.
I'm here with Jeremy Cox. Jeremy, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good thanks. Striker for the Sharks. So, as a striker, what do you think is your hardest role on the pitch?
My hardest job?
Yeah.
The hardest job is to actually score the goal.
Really?
Yeah, it's the hardest thing in football to do, for sure.
What's the competition like at the Sharks when trying to be the main striker?
Yeah, competition is hard, especially as a young player. There's some good forwards here, lots of depth. So sometimes you can't always play in that lead striking role. Sometimes you get put more out wide, which is okay.
Yeah.
Harder to score, but you do what you do for the team and do try and assist in some way.
Okay. So when you do play on the wing, sometimes, how do you do you change the way you play, or how do you adapt to that position because it's not your natural position?
Yeah, sure. You do change the way you play. It's more of it's more an assisting role for the striker to try and whip balls in and take. It's more about taking people on and burning people and providing the final pass before the goal. Okay.
And lastly, do you have any tips on how to be the complete striker?
Oh, any tips? Aim for a goal to game ratio of 1.5 a goal every 2 games at least.
Okay. Yeah.
The complete striker has to be good in the air, be able to finish with both feet.
Yep.
And be good on the ball as well.
Alright, so I've got 8 in 11. Is that part of the ratio? Or?
8 in 11 is very good.
Right.
I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, okay. Alright, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
No worries.